Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing well. This is going to be a quick video that I'm making because I've had some stuff on my mind and I wanted to get your guys' opinion on it. And it's something that's been brought to my attention a couple of times, and it's also something that I'm pretty aware of, and that is the fact that I don't have my speakers for my front soundstage at ear level. Now I am aware of the sound and it does feel like it is slightly coming from lower down. I don't have the problem that some people with tower speakers have, and that's where the woofers are blocked by their feet when they're in the recline position. I've checked and mine are slightly above that. But the problem is that I can't get consistency across the soundstage because my RP150Ms are, as you can see there over my shoulder, my RP150Ms are at a slightly different height to my RP250C. Now, I went with the RP250C and the RP150Ms because they have a 5¼ inch bass driver, and it was recommended by the people that I bought all the speakers from. It was a company here in Sydney. They said, look, it's better to get something that has the same woofer size so that you get some consistency. But because they're not perfectly aligned and they aren't symmetrical either, like in position, I've done the best that I can. But the RP150Ms are slightly lower, the woofers are slightly lower. Look, I've looked into all of the crossover frequencies that happen on these speakers, and the sound that is coming out of these speakers is quite good. But I do notice there is a slight amount of drop off if I'm sitting in the seat next to me. I have towed my speakers in a little bit, and generally speaking, you do get good quality audio out of these speakers because these are the Reference Premiere series, and so they do make very good sound. But I am still in my search for perfection in this room, which I know I'll never get. I am seriously considering putting in walls. Now, I'd love to go the THX series of Klipsch, but at the moment they're slightly out of my price range. In Australia, they're about 2,200 Australian dollars for the THX series in-wall LCRs. So I have had a look at the Klipsch the 250 RPWs, and those look like a really nice LCR speaker. And what I thought was I would place them across pretty much in the same position that these ones are. If you have a look over my shoulder, you'll see pretty much in the same position but just higher up. And then what that means is I'll need to get an acoustic transparent screen. So definitely on the cards. I've got to work out the cost and things like that, but I would love to hear from you guys in the comment section below what you think, and if you have any suggestions. Now, because all my speakers are Klipsch, I want to stay with Klipsch. I like the fact that they're pretty sensitive speakers, so the power required to power them can be handled by my Pioneer VSX LX503 and the additional Vonix amp that I've got. So I don't really want to start going down the rabbit hole of having to purchase all these extra things just to make it work. So I'd like to stick with Klipsch, and I'm thinking the Pro series, the Pro 250W. I have seen the non-Pro 250W, but I'm just worried that it might be a downgrade compared to the bookshelf speakers that I've got, the RP150Ms. Now, what I'm thinking is, I will, because I've got the speaker wires there, I can easily relocate them and do some of the gyprock work myself, or the sheetrock drywall. I'm not sure what you call it in America, but in Australia we generally call it gyprock, and gyprock's the company, but that's what we seem to call it over here. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking to do, and then basically get an acoustic transparent screen and put them behind. My original vision of having tower speakers, which is really what I wanted because of the look, I can't do that anyway because the tower speakers would protrude up over the screen. And the more that I look into it, the more research that I've been doing, I've been seeing that tower speakers, they might look good, but there's issues with them, especially because of the imaging of the sound takes a lot bigger cone to get to you when you've got tower speakers, whereas that's why these bookshelf speakers are quite good, because they start off narrow so they can get to you quite well, and you can position them quite well so that you get really good sound. Now, I would like to say that I am very happy with these speakers. I must say, like, they do sound phenomenal, and the sound in this room, because this room isn't that big. It's only 3.6 meters wide by 4.6 meters deep. And even though I've got 2 rows of seating, it is a small room, so the sound is big. I'm currently working on my acoustic paneling. I've got one of my acoustic panels up. I'm just doing some modifications to the ones. If you looked in my previous video, you'll see I've created some acoustic panels DIY, so check that video out. It's actually up here, I'll link it. And yeah, so if you're interested in that, take a look at that video and you'll be able to make some for yourself. The other limiting factor, I should say, is that I only have a wall cavity of 90 millimeters behind there. So I do have space, because as you can see, there is an alcove. So within that alcove, I could potentially build out then create like a box around the in-wall speakers so that they can be recessed. But I'd really love to hear your guys' opinions. I don't want to go the path that I went for my side surrounds. For my side surrounds, I went monitor audio, which are these ones here. And yes, they are a great speaker, and I absolutely love them. And they look great. I absolutely love them. But I really don't want to do that for my soundstage. I want to go with something that I know, which is the Klipsch range, and I know that they are, especially the Pro series, they're supposed to be a very good speaker. Right guys, that about does it for this one. Let me know what you think again in the comment section down below. I've got links in the description to my speakers and my setup so that you can take a look, and then you'll be able to let me know what you think of my speakers and all the changes that I might need to make to the front soundstage. But yeah, this is just an ongoing journey to try and get the best possible squeeze out of my system that I can. So again, I really appreciate you joining on my home theater journey. I am going to do a Q&A when I get to 1,000 subscribers. So I'll be posting on my Facebook page so that you guys can ask any questions that you'd like to know about me, about my setup, why I've started YouTube, and I'll be happy to answer those in my 1,000 subscriber special. So once again guys, thanks very much for watching. Comment down below, hit the like button if you like the video, smash the subscribe button and the bell notification, and you'll catch me in the next video. Bye for now.